Are you worried about Superman's box office? Because, James Gunn isn't. Or at least he's saying he's not, because, again, he wanted to let people know that the expectations for Superman's box office, don't worry about them. It might not hit that number. It might not make its money back, but that's not really what he's worried about, or anybody else should be, because that's not the only metric of success. We got another update from James Gunn in regards to the box office expectations for Superman. Now, chances are you guys have kept up with this whole saga. When the year kicked off, Superman was predicted to be the biggest film of the year, with headlines like $1 billion guarantee, WB looking at $1 billion box office, and all that. As we got closer to the film, this stuck, but around 2 months ago, right around the time that Thunderbolts hit, we started to see a shift in the tone, and numbers suddenly started to fall. No longer was it looking at $200 million for its opening weekend. It was looking at 175, and then 150, and then 130, and the numbers kept falling. And of course, analysis, ticket sales, firms, and analysts that track this were behind this. I've reported every step of the way on what we're looking at. We know, per many reports, including the actual trades, Variety, Deadline, The Wrap, the trusted ones, they've stated that with the budget that was originally $180 million, that got up to $250, plus the marketing, their break-even is looking closer to $700 million, which means it needs to make $700 million to make a profit. So James Gunn has already once stated that they don't need $1 billion. So in this interview with GQ, they once again asked him about the film's outlook and can it hit that $1 billion. He said, "It's not the riskiest endeavor in the world." And then he added, and I quote, "Is there something riding on it? Yes. But it's not as big as people make it out to be. They hear those numbers and that the movie's only going to be successful if it makes $700 million or something, and it's just complete and utter nonsense. It doesn't need to be as big of a situation as people are saying." End quote. So first and foremost, I need you guys to understand he didn't debunk that it needs $700 million. He said that that's not the only thing that defines it. So let's say the film makes $550 million. The film is not breaking even, guys. The film fails. Captain America failed, Thunderbolts failed. Captain America was literally $5 million away from breaking even. Thunderbolts, like $40 million. So, yeah, both of those failed. Superman could also fail. But here's the thing. Like Thunderbolts, if the reviews are there when it's all said and done, and all reviews are accounted for, if the box office failed, but the reviews are good, you have something. That's not something that they had the first time around with Man of Steel. Reviews weren't there. Box office was there, but they were still expecting $1 billion as well. But the reviews translate over to less successful. Remember, the original Captain America and Thor were both failures, but reviews were favorable, so they stuck with them. So in a sense, James is right, but he's also partially wrong, but he's right. Like, it's not all on the box office, but also Superman has the luck of having decent enough merchandise sales. It's not what they were in the 90s or the early 2000s, but they're decent enough. And if the film is good enough and people gravitate to Superman again, like they did for Spider-Man after TASM 2 failed him, but the MCU reinvented him for a whole new generation, this could be the key to more Superman. But again, it's all going to have to be balanced out. Thank you for checking out that video, and thank you for your continued support. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, do whatever you will, and if you're so inclined and would like some additional content from us, which includes unfiltered content and bonus discussions, we do offer exclusively in our member section. We hope to see you there. So thank you for watching, and have a good one.